But we are ready to start getting into the game. Our first map is going to be, guess what, Midtown. And this should be a good one. We've seen a lot of Midtown today, Multi. And I mean, I'm ready for another one. This map is actually one of my favorites since it's been added to the pool in that I believe it was season 1.5 or 1 is when it came in. Still pretty recent, but it's a good one. And we are heading in there right now. And we get to see the triple ban double keep, which is brand new pretty much as of like a couple of days ago, I believe.
Yeah, I woke up this morning. I was like, okay, this is definitely new. I haven't been on for a couple of days, so I was a bit caught off guard with some new graphics here as we move into the ban and pick screen right now. And off the bat, okay, we got Raccoon out of the way. You know, that team up is really powerful, and I've seen this basically a standard ban across the boards these past few days on the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, Rocket has kind of been the insta-ban coming in here. I mean, we've seen it a couple of times where they've left it available for the Bucky and the Punisher to get that team up, but let me ban right away. We're actually going to see a Groot keep here, so that has also been one that has been insta-ban pretty frequently. Magneto as well, so it appears that the side of Armed and Healing want to get rid of some of these tanks, Multi.
Yeah, you know that Meteor M is way too powerful when timed well with the right kind of positioning, and I haven't really seen a lot of nullification for that. So I wouldn't be surprised that Arm and Healing, in this case the defenders, have opted to take that out. And on the other side, Strat Pack locking in the Thing and batting out Bucky.
There we go. So Bucky going to be taken down. That has been kind of a theme here too, to take down Bucky as just absolutely broken in the meta right now. Hulk gonna get banned away as well. The Thing kept, so a lot of these tanks, and I mean, for the side of Strat Pack, I feel like you have to keep one tank, right? They're banning all of them away. Punisher is gonna be kept, so a lot of back and forth with the bans there. You take away Bucky, we're going to keep the Punisher.
I feel like it's important for Strat Pack now to really think about Sentinel use. Like Sentinels have been left very strategists, not Sentinels. My apologies. Strategists have been left quite quietly off the side right now, and I'm trying to figure out if these teams are going to use their last ban to figure out, you know, maybe ban another strategist.
There you go.
That is Mantis, one of my favorite characters off the roster, unfortunately.
Yep. So Mantis going to be banned out, and that is taking away the Star-Lord and Warlock team up as well. Hela gets banned, so only one strategist going to get banned away. For the side of Armed and Healing, we know that they have liked that Bucky, so Jahesh going to have to find something else here, and the Punisher is going to be kept, so that is where he is going to take it. We saw a little bit of a triple heal comp coming in for Armed and Healing as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they are going to run that, or if they're going to run that. Right now, Binks and Sky both hovering a healer right now. And also Kay on Invisible Woman has been banned out before, not this time around. So some really interesting comps going to be heading here on Midtown.
I mean, you see the picks and bans, right? There was a heavy emphasis on both your duelists and your tanks. So it's not a surprise that Armed and Healing went with that triple kind of strategist composition. It's going to be feeding a lot of heals, a lot of sustain into Chidori right now, and that's going to make their tank a very viable frontliner.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the value of the Groot is going to be massive. That's something we have to look out for between Chidori and Maple Zebra, as they have been absolutely insane. I've actually got to see both of these teams play at one point, so it's exciting. The full circle has come around on the last map of the day, and it is Strat Pack. It is Armed and Healing. And Strat Pack going to be starting off on the attacking side, as we see the Thing already being brought out. That payload getting pushed early, not a whole lot of pressure until you come around the corner for the side of Armed and Healing. And look at CC here, getting a little creative with the Thing, trying to get around and get on the flank, spots out the Moon Knight, and that's good high ground to be taken. It's going to go force all the way for these players to have to back up for the side of Armed and Healing. These Groot walls cutting off so much as well. And look at that Groot alt charge already at 50% for Chidori, as the Punisher going to swing on in. Look at this. I mean, Multi, this map control has already been massive for the side of Strat Pack.
Yeah, they're taking a lot of high ground for the most part, but the John's also up there with them, trying to get some picks. No one's died just yet, but never mind. I take it all back. The kill feed lights red as the attack Strat Pack are pressing W.
Yeah, Vanster and Hart gonna combine there, take down a couple, and the Moon Knight of Vanster still gonna push up, trying to find the stagger onto the Luna, and we'll find it on that last shot with the primary. Maple Zebra will take down Noon as well. So with 3 on cart here, this will be an easy push, and a quick first point will go in favor of Strat Pack.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised. You know, typically on that Midtown, you really see that first 2 points go
wall.
a little quicker. Oh, the wall trying to isolate it out. Tricky.
Very close. So Chidori now has the opportunity with the Groot ultimate to maybe get some of these supports down. As there are no, or actually, excuse me, there is a support ult on the side of Armed and Healing. They got Missy with that Invisible Woman ult. And now we're going to see some ults start to be popped. Here comes the Punisher from Jahesh. Ability to take down all of these Groot ults. Here comes the Invisible Woman ult by K to respond. Not going to matter. Jahesh going to take down Vanster. And here comes the response. DJ, Star-Lord ult. Another Invisible Woman ult will go down. Trades back and forth. DJ able to find Chidori, and that's the tank. The Moon Knight ult goes down as well. Can't find anything, but look at all the damage from this Ankh. The Luna ult still keeping everyone out. It's back and forth right now, but with that clobbering time going in, CC gonna just back and forth, throw the combos. That is gonna be a fight win for the side of Strat Pack.
I gotta say that Dejan is actually a genius in terms of positioning, right? You see on both the phase 1 and phase 2 opting for a slightly off angle topside verticality abuse, right? And that's drawing a lot of attention away from the main cart and allowing the rest of the team to basically stream themselves in with some heavy. Oh, look at this triple stack kind of flank that's happening right now, Will.
The Groot ult could come in here too. That's exactly what they're going to do. Followed up by a Moon Knight Vancer. Gonna take down 3 with the Moon Knight. The instant response. They're trying to find a couple of kills left here. The Luna ult wasn't able to save anyone there, and they will clean everything up with Vancer. Second point goes in favor of Strat Pack, and they're getting this last stagger here onto Noonlight. And just like that, it's a very, very efficient push with 4:50 left on the clock for Strat Pack.
This is the make and break moment, right? Phase 3 of Midtown is always the hardest due to the distance from the defender spawn onto the cart. You just see Moonlight walking out of there with Punisher, able to see the cart immediately. So they're really trying to take a lot of foreground, but the problem is Strat Pack are positioned in great ways to be able to deny that vertical space away from Arm and Healing.
CC already running into the backline with that thing, and you got the Ankh on top with the Moon Knight doing all the damage. The chance to get Jahesh, and they do. Noonlight as well will fall, and Vancer doing so much damage with this Moon Knight on top. Look at all those staggers coming in. It's just a group of Chidori left, and that's an instant team fight win going in favor of the side of Strat Pack. They got a couple of touches here on the other end, though, for Armed and Healing. Jahesh has that Moon Knight ult. They have a Groot ult, so the combo is still there, but this ult's going to make it really difficult for DJ. Going to be able to take down Jahesh and going to force out the Invisible Woman ult. They're going to sit in it for right now, and here's the instant respawn. Noonlight with the Punisher going to run on in. The Invisible Woman ult is down. He's going to try and get in it so he can see all of those targets. Not going to be able to find it. K going to take down one. The Invisible Woman, and here it comes again, the Groot ult into the Moon Knight. Jahesh, great job taking down Hart. Still back and forth here on the point, still being pushed. Here comes another Groot ult to come in, but still, it's gonna be one out. How did they do it? A clobbering time to keep them off the point, but it's a back cap, so just like that, the touch is still in. Good job from Sky to get it that last touch, but it will not be enough. 3:15 remaining on the clock, and a massive push coming in for the side of Strat Pack.
That's ridiculous. They basically pressed W. They glued that key bind all the way down. 3:15 is a ridiculous time to beat, and I gotta hand it to DJ, right? Like basically being an absolute mosquito around the eyes and ears of Arm and Healing, coming in with a beautiful ult right at the tail end to basically help stagger and force out some of those ultimates preemptively, so that really like Arm and Healing didn't have a foothold coming out from their defender spawn. But now on the flip side, we're gonna see how things work in the favor of these two teams on the flip as we move into the second half at 3:15. I don't know, Will. That's gonna be tough. And
a lot of time.
I think they're gonna have to really put the pedal to the metal here.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for Armed and Healing to be able to follow that one up. Strat Pack, insane push. When they play Guardians, I mean, that was a back and forth, and Guardians is an insane team. So it's definitely quite the test for the side of Armed and Healing to have to take on what has been an on-fire team for Strat Pack, but
Yeah.
start to see the change up here. We've seen this a little bit from the side of Armed and Healing, where Sky switches over to this Squirrel Girl for a little more damage, and a Storm coming out for Noonlight as well.
Yeah, the triple duelist. So let's see if they can power their way through. You know, Strat Pack still running their double kind of their 2-2-2 strat basically, which has sustained them for the most part.
It's a huge wall already. Going to be walling off Chidori, taking a lot of damage, but instantly going to be healed out in these Groot walls dueling back and forth. This is just an insane frontline battle every single time you see two Groots going at it like this. No one to fall just yet, but all of those healer ults are being charged as I say that. Jahesh gonna take down DJ, and that's the opening that Armed and Healing needed. Look at this from Noon on the Storm, damage boosting, and they are gonna find all the picks. Chidori, Missy, Sky, and Jahesh all getting involved. That's an early fight win on the first point. Gonna try and stagger away this thing, but for now, CC has gotten away and should get a heal and live, but it's a fight win going in favor of Armed and Healing.
They should be able to have enough time to come back and retouch this point. Meanwhile, Ultimates are just starting to come back online, and so we're gonna probably see a big battle, starting with that Groot, you know, that Strangle Prison coming online very, very, very soon.
Yeah, Chidori's gonna have it first. Jahesh not quite have the Moon Knight ult just yet, so might hold on to it. On 90% right now, and here comes the combo. You can smell it coming from a mile away. Here comes the Groot. Jahesh, the follow-up, it is massive. They combine, they get 3 with it. CC is gonna take down Noon, but Missy gonna find CC on the return. Jahesh will take down another. Maple Zebra will fall, and it's a great push and a first point cap for Armed and Healing.
Yeah, Strat Pack back to the drawing board. You know, they're swapping some players out. You see Vanster now on the Scarlet Witch, trying to figure if they can maybe change things a little bit, push out some more, a bit more DPS from their perspective. And Dejan swapping on to the Punisher, as they once were at some point in time. So maybe thinking like playing it as a bit of more brawly team.
It seems to be a little more brawl right now, especially with that Groot. That's what you expect to get in the face with the front line. Sky is going to bring out the Squirrel Stampede as the ult is popped by DJ. Has been massive on this point specifically. It was a Star-Lord last time. Going to find the pick onto Noon. And still just going in. Here comes the ult back and forth. The Groot instant countered by the Luna. Just like that, it is going to be survived for now. And Jahesh going to get the pick for Armed and Healing. So this is swinging in their favor momentarily. Here comes Jahesh, another insane ult. Will take down 2. K and Vanster will fall. Trying to get on this Strange. Has the ult, and I know they would love to keep CC alive. That could be a fight-changing ult. But right now, the staggers are insane. Maple Zebra will fall to Sky, and they got to fall back. They should have another touch here, though, Multi.
I believe so. Honestly, the win con from Armed and Healing seems to really be keep Jahesh alive, feed that beast with as much ult charge as possible, and just rain that Haunted Moon down. And they're going to be able to come in with a nice KO. I have Armageddon is online. Let's see if the CC wants to be able to use that or save that for a second fight.
That's a really good save, I think, there from CC2. You already essentially won the fight. You're going to have this ult come in for the Groot. Chidori going to find one, but instantly trade out by Heart. So another fight win goes in favor of Strat Pack. This is a restart. 3 minutes left. You're burning down that clock. Because again, we had to mention that Strat Pack pushed this so far with a lot of time. 3:15 remaining. They're down to 3 minutes on the second point. So just buying their time right now, keeping the ability to... I mean, if you make these fights last long, you got a real shot. Storm ult gonna come in, gonna go into the back line. I don't think they have anything to really counter all this. They actually stack up and just heal right through it, and that's gonna be so hard for Noon to live. Will fall to Heart. DJ once again in the back line with the Star-Lord. Another Moon Knight ult to come in, and here comes the big Strange ult from CC. Will instantly take down one of these healers, and that's Binks. That will fall. Groot ult still online. The Luna to be able to walk it in. Chidori gonna have to fall all the way back. The staggers are coming. Missy will fall. It's another fight win going in favor of Strat Pack.
DJ back on that Star-Lord to be an absolute nuisance with a couple of flanks, just to be able to, you know, get one or two good picks, or even pushing them back into phase 1 of this Midtown map. Just trying to, the stagger's ridiculous, Will.
Yeah, those are insane. I mean, that Star-Lord ult all the way in their spawn, but it actually gets the value that it needs. And look at the ults charged up for the side of Strat Pack. You have the Squirrel Stampede on Vanster, you have the Invisible Woman ult on the side of K, and Maple Zebra has that Groot ult with the ability to maybe charge up a Strange ult to go with it for extra kills. Jahesh actually will open it up onto DJ. That was one of the players without an ult, so this could be changed around very quickly. Here comes the ult, instantly with a Squirrel Stampede to follow it up, but the Luna ult will cancel all of that out. So great play by Binks to keep everyone alive. Invisible Woman will come online to try and just keep these players up until DJ gets back. With the Star-Lord, it shouldn't take too long. A counter Groot ult and a Moon Knight ult. Jahesh gonna take down 3. Sky gets in on the action as well, and they're gonna recap this point with a chance to take it all the way. Might have another touch here coming in for the side of Strat Pack, but for right now, it seems like it'll be a cap point.
Armin Healing gonna keep 3 players to keep the cart on as fast as possible with the Groot walls coming in to deny. I don't think they're gonna have time to touch. Nope, that's point number 2, locked and loaded. And 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining for them to push all the way to the end, or else Strat Pack are gonna have advantage moving into map number 2 as the brawl starts once again.
I count that as an absolute win for the side of Strat Pack. Already 2 minutes remaining compared to the 3:15 when they capped. Just from stalling out that point, going a little aggressive. The Strange ult online for CC. Gonna be anti-healed right now, and yeah, they're looking for it. CC going upstairs from the top rope. Hello, it's the Strange ult, and it is massive, getting a ton of hits. Maple gonna take down 1, and Hart gets another, and that already seems like with these Groot walls down, it's a fight win. They already have to fall back. Vance are gonna trade out Missy, or actually get the stagger, excuse me, and the Squirrel's still online. It's gonna have to be a reset for the side of Armed and Healing.
So much of this is trying to basically hold this entrance to the train station unlocked, right? Once they get out, you give Arm and Healing a chance to get into high ground.
Another Moon Knight ult to come in. This is a zoning ult. Instantly popped Luna for Hearts. Try and keep the players alive. Binks has theirs as well. A whole bunch of ults. They got 4 of 6 charged on the side of Armed and Healing, so they're going to try and push this the full distance. Time winding down. There goes a Cloak and Dagger. Here comes the Groot. Instantly countered, but there comes the Whale from Noon. Missy gets one. Jahesh as well. These squids will go out. Here comes a Squirrel Stampede to try and answer back from Vanster. Not quite finding the value they would like, and they're getting staggered right now. They have DJ and Maple's ult to try and stall one last time, but it's looking really good right now for Armed and Healing.
I don't know if Strat Pack are going to be able to touch with no remaining time. Hard out just meters away from touching that card, but that's not going to be. They have at least 1 minute left on the clock for Armed and Healing. Strat Pack with triple that amount, so we'll see as we move into overtime.
Yeah, I mean, great pushes from both teams. It's still, even though they capped, I mean, the stall ability for the side of Strat Pack is what you were looking for, right? Because you capped so quick. Now you have the advantage right here. You have 3 minutes to go and push this cart, whereas the side of Armed and Healing, they've only got, what was it, 1:15, I believe? It was something like that, but, or maybe it was a minute on the dot. It wasn't a lot, so they're going to have to really make their pushes efficient. And you can see on the defense, they're already bringing out that combo between Luna and Namor.
Yeah, I really like the Namor pick, to be honest. With the Horn of Proteus coming on, you get some quick hits, some burst damage onto some squishies that Strat Pack are holding on to from their composition. So I think it's we saw that efficacy during that phase 3 of the last push. So I do like how they've adapted their composition just to be able to get the upper hand when it really comes down to it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see another big attack for Armed and Healing. Only a minute on the clock. But you can see their comp. They're trying to do a lot of damage very quick. You got the extra squids. You got the Groot. You got Jahesh still on that Moon Knight. And then Sky on the Squirrel Girl. Wall's going to come in for Maple Zebra to try to do as much damage as possible. Maybe trap one of these players in, but hasn't worked out so far. CC gonna have to go upstairs to try and live. Another Groot wall to come in, and Maple Zebra taking so much damage right now for the side of Strat Pack. Jahesh gonna take down one. Look at all these low players from the Moon Knight and the Squirrel Girl. It's so hard to counter all of that damage, especially with the auto-aim squids as well. So Jahesh will get another stagger onto CC, throw these squids out, and it's going to be a fight win for the side of Armed and Healing, but surely another touch should be coming in here for the side of Strat Pack.
Arm and Healing know what they're doing though. They're trying to apply as much forward pressure as possible, not to let Strat pack any sort of grounds coming in, but I think Maple Zebra, they have to be wanted to touch, right?
Another stagger, yeah. So Vance are going to drop on the Moon Knight, and that's a big source of damage. Here comes the support ults coming in, and it's Mayhem on the point. Overtime has been hit, and look at this big root ult. So much damage being done. Chidori will take down both of the healers and still just have to clean up the rest of this point. DJ try to do what they can, but another ult will come on in, and that will be a point cap coming in for Armed and Healing.
Yeah, you gotta kind of fall back, Strat pack. Don't stagger out and make sure you keep those ultimates online. DJ trying to figure, are they caught in no man? Oh, they're caught.
Oh,
I think this is
no.
gonna be real bad for them.
Oh,
They're
no,
gonna
the
ult as
ult
well
pulse.
out of it. No, no.
Stagger with the ult as well, Multi. That is just
that's
unfortunate. The Scroll Stampede will come in for Sky. Apply more of that pressure. Moon Knight from Jahesh instantly in, but Vanster gets the best of him this time around. The Moon Knights have been massive, and that's a good placed ult. Won't find anything as the Cloak and Dagger ult comes in. As I say that, Binks has to back up. We'll go into it. So this looks very, very good right now for the side of Strat Pack, trying to put an end to this push. The picks will go in their favor. Everyone will fall. Still not a bad push with only a minute coming in for Armed and Healing.
Yeah, basically phase 1 in the middle of phase 2, almost 100 meters to boot. Strat pack, now it is their turn to respond. They will need at least 98 to be able to pick this one up. And there's no ties coming out of this. So it is do or die onto map 1 here. Looking at the compositions, they're looking like they're going to stick with the same one, Armed and Healing. They liked what they did in the past. They felt like, you know, it was kind of working for them. Moonlight back on that Namor, like you called it, with those squids dealing out additional damage, and Missy on that C and D, being that great support slash DPS output. So that's good. Strat pack looking like they do want to at least keep to their kind of main comp as well. Vancer doing serious damage on that Moon Knight. So once again, it's how they want to utilize and how you want to burst out of this and try and get their meters out.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see the strategy when it comes to the side of Armed and Healing. So much damage that they cannot out-heal it, and that has worked so far for them this far, but Armed and Healing, they still got DJ on that Star-Lord. K on the Cloak and Dagger, CC, Strange, Maple Zebra will stay on that Groot to absorb and kind of be a sponge for that damage, be able to charge up your support ults. That is what we have seen so far. Yeah, 3 minutes is the biggest part of all this. Yeah, I mean, that's so much time to be able to get something done. It's a fight up top right now. Moon Knight going to take a little bit of damage and has to use that shift early. That will lead to an early cart push already for the side Strat pack, and they already have to fall all the way back. Jahesh on the Moon Knight can do so much damage so quick. Yeah, just throwing down that Ankh, but quickly healed up. Chidori will not drop. Right now, looking very awkward. Jahesh is going to fall, so here we go. That is the opener that the side of Strat pack needed as they are pushing this cart through. Throw down an Ankh, trying to do more damage, but still, they don't have the space to be able to push this cart even further, so even with someone falling, it feels like we're still evened up right here. Ults are starting to charge, and the cart is being pushed, but it's been a great stall so far for the side of Armed and Healing.
Yeah, you know, they're kind of trying to hold on to that high ground, but no flanks are really coming out. So it's real frontal versus frontal. A lot of just, you know, trying to build ultimate economy and ultimate utility as C&D comes out with their own to be able to inflict some damage and push back the attackers.
Yeah, that's so deep from Arm and Healing. You can see the effect of it. Trades coming back and forth. Here comes the Scroll Stampede, and Sky doing so much damage. Binks and Jahesh as well. Picking him off, trying to get this stagger on to the Star-Lord of DJ. Doing a good job of living thus far, and actually will be allowed to live, but nonetheless, a great stall coming in for Armed and Healing.
Yeah, now I think they're on to Strat pack, right? You gotta occupy the high ground. You gotta make sure they don't come out from this looming over their heads. Maple Zebra, even the tanks are up top. Okay, now we've got a bit of a teleport play coming from the back.
Yeah, and that's to get DJ active with this ult as well, doing exactly that, trying to get this ult pushed further. The Luna ult will be good, but here we go. There's the combo once again. The Groot and the Moon Knight, Vanster and Maple Zebra will get it done. Still a minute 23 left, but still, Multi, they gotta cap this point and get into the second.
They do, and honestly, I don't know if Armed and Healing. I think honestly with that wipe, they have to give this up. It's way too close. There it is. First point is going to be under, even with some deterrence from those walls, just to be able to ensure a victory point. And now it's tied 4-4. This is it. Strat Pack have a minute to be able to cross that 100 mark.
Yeah, still ults online for the side of Armed and Healing, and they're saving them up. You have Jahesh, you got Moonlight with their ults, but Sky will fall. Ooh. And I think they're trying to charge up this Groot ult to maybe do a combo. Massive ult coming in for CC. Trying to get these healers. Will take down Binks. Vanster as well will take down Jahesh. All the kills going in favor of Strat Pack, and they should push this cart all the way. I don't think there's any chance of a touch coming in for the side of Armed and Healing. And just like that, the ult save does not go in their favor. Map 1 going to Strat Pack.
Strat Pack picking up the first in this best of 3. Might I remind viewers online right now that this is fighting for their lives. We're in the lower bracket, double eliminations right now, and unfortunately if Armed and Healing don't respond and bring us to a map 3, they will be out of this, tournament, this charity tournament of ours. And man, but that was a great start from both of these teams. Right, they were able to push all the way through the first 3 phases of the map, moving us into OT. And unfortunately, it was just Strat Pack who was able to claim enough time and claim enough momentum, riding that W all the way through, and to be able to effectively put this one under their belt.
Welcome back, everyone. Back from the break, we are heading into the second map of this best of 3 series between Strat Pack and Armed and Healing. Strat Pack took that first map on Midtown in overtime fashion as well. Quite an intense one. And the kind of, running joke with this tournament is that we've only had convoy maps. But this time around, we are heading to a domination map. We are going to Hydra base. And that should be exciting. I'm Willie, and of course, alongside me, I have Multitude. Hey, we had a good first map. Getting ready for the second should be a good one.
We did, and I think I love to see the different strats and the counter strats and the flexibility that all these players are bringing to the table, right? It shows resilience across the board, and this is the best time to demonstrate that when you're absolutely fighting for your life, right? And domination is an interesting one because it's not a cart. You can OT, but there's different levels of strategies and techniques around it in terms of want to touch the point 3 seconds right at the end to be able to initiate OT and all that kind of stuff. So I want to be able to see a lot of plays, a lot of high ground, a lot of counter flanks coming out from these teams. Right now, Strat Pack is up 1 map, and it's time for Armed and Healing to fight back.
100%. We're jumping into the game right now, actually. So on this second map here in the lower bracket, it's do or die for Armed and Healing. If they lose this, they are out of the tournament, and another win for the side of Strat Pack will push them even further into that next level, which you will see tomorrow. So jumping in right now, you're going to see the pre-select phase. I mean, what are some calls you think here for a ban? Because I feel like we might see a Moon Knight ban. That's my bold take, because there was so much value out of the Groot and Moon Knight on that first map.
Yeah, see, the problem is I think the Moon Knight ultimate ultimate size and the Kraken impact from Bucky's size is the same size as the prison from Groot, right? So to be able to try and maneuver and see, okay, can I use it more effectively than my opponent? That's honestly the biggest deal. Because if you ban it, obviously it's out of the question. We're going to hit it straight into these picks right now. Magneto, once again, plus Raccoon, out of the question. Groot, once again, a favorite for these teams. Armed and Healing is picking that up.
Yeah, I mean, I think you kind of see that the side of Armed and Healing really liked having that Groot. And they want to keep it this time around. A Bucky man coming in once again. Hella Magneto also gone, as well as the Rocket, which we saw last time as well. And for the side of Strat Pack, they really want to keep that Star-Lord. So interesting to see. I mean, DJ was pretty insane on it on the last map, but yeah, I mean, this is interesting. Do we see a Moon Knight keep here? I don't know. They actually, on the side of Strat Pack, they're going to choose to keep nothing.
Okay, very, very bold move. Interesting. I can absolutely see Star-Lord being an absolute, as much as they were a mosquito and an annoying one in that previous convoy map, they're gonna be even more insanely annoying moving into domination like maps, right? Like, I think there's a lot more flanks that can come out. You can really get behind the enemies for a great pounce and draw attention away. That's gonna be the Punisher plus the Hulk out of the question.
Wow.
And we'll see what these teams want to cook up.
So they want to keep the Moon Knight and Groot combo that is still on the table, as well as you have the ability to maybe get a Star-Lord, Warlock, Mantis comp going. So interesting to see no strategist gets banned away from, or excuse me, I guess technically Rocket gets banned away, but yeah, speak of the devil, look at CC on the Warlock. They got right now Mantis on K and then DJ on the Star-Lord. They might go for a triple healer comp here with Heart as well on the Luna. And I gotta say, I really like this comp pick from Strat Pack. They got a lot of team-ups, a lot of combos, and the ability to res if needed.
Yeah, they're cooking, right? Once you get the Adam Warlock on, that basically puts DJ on high alert. Like, your DJ is gonna be absolutely ridiculous. We're gonna have to look up for them. On the side of Arm Healing, okay, opting for the Penny that was previously banned, right? Bing's back on the Penny is gonna be a bit of a good pick for them. We've seen them really find value out of that big spider robot, as well as the double kind of tank setup that they've got for themselves.
Yeah, we're going to get underway here. Again, the side of Strat Pack trying to extend us, or excuse me, take it home with the side of Armed Healing. We're going to try to extend this series. We are underway here. A good comp also on the side of Armed Healing. They got Noon on that Swirgle, which has done work. Jahesh obviously has been insane on these duelist characters. You got two phenomenal healers in the backline, where Missy and Sky have been very, very good. On the point, you see the Groot walls already going down, doing that extra damage. DJ gonna get the open dirt, and Jahesh will fall. That's an early pick going in favor of Strat Pack. And look how much damage this Moon Knight just pumps. He's already got ult. It doesn't matter because all the kills go in their favor anyway. CC and Maple Zebra gonna take him down. Vanster on the Moon Knight as well. That is a quick cap coming in for Strat Pack.
That's huge, and you know they're playing it right. They're pushing it all the way up, and there's a few ways onto the site. We'll see how Armed Healing want to be able to maneuver this as they gather around. No other ultimates really close to online. Maybe CND, 18% away, so could be used as an offensive start here. But Vanster is going to be the one to look out for here in this high ground.
Yeah, he's looking for the ult right now, and in this close corridor, this could be massive if he puts it on the right mark, and it looks really good. Gonna take down Jahesh, and DJ, again, with that team up, is gonna be able to res themselves and get back in. And he's in the back line, and he finds a low Squirrel Girl. Can they find the conversion? It's actually CC to get it. Still fighting for this point. Jahesh, so much damage being done at 74%. On the opposite side, Vanster as well, doing work. The Moon Knights are electric right now, but here comes the big ult. Here we go. Still everything going in favor of Strat Pack. Vanster, CC, who continues to get picks on the Adam Warlock, and they're going to win another fight here, Multi.
Honestly, Armor Healing looked like they kind of tanked that Haunted Moon ultimate and were able to at least get a few folks on point, but it was just the combination of everything else that Strat Pack had going for them. Now, you see Maple Zebra actually arming themselves for that high ground move. Oh, look at this movement tech. Oh my gosh.
And they might be going for a Groot ult as well. Right when they walk through, right when you see the healers, they're gonna rip it, and it's massive. They're coming in, followed up by the Vanster Moon Knight ult. So well played by the side of Strat Pack. Another insane combo in what is a perfectly played comp out of them so far. And I feel like they might have to see a strange switch right here, maybe to just get a touch, because it's going to be so hard for them to get in. The Penny might be able to do it with their ult, but here comes the Soul Bond. Keep everyone up right now. Spiders to come in, and the Squirrels as well. They need to go and get a touch. They will not get it off. And Multi, they burn so many ults to try and get it, and it's still the first point will be going to Strat Pack.
Once again, Strat Pack, they're playing this verticality thing phenomenally. We saw that some of the essence in the previous kind of convoy map on Midtown, mostly in Phase 1, because Phase 2 and Phase 3, Phase 2 doesn't have a lot, but like you really see them abuse, even allowing Maple Zebra to take that high ground. and coming down with a beautiful strangling prison, just able to secure all the squishies in that back line, and the combo wombos coming out is just done beautifully. So first point away from Strat Pack. This is it. Will, this is it.
Yeah.
One map separates Armed and Healing from basically eternal damnation, or keeping themselves surviving in this charity event here.
I want to give a big shout out to Cece as well. She has been on fire with her flexibility, been a tank player in a lot of these games, but for this map, she switches over and is playing the Warlock, who's kind of like that flex duelisty type of strategist where you're healing, but you're also doing so much damage. And she has been able to find so many picks and so much damage done early. The Born Again on the Warlock as well, already up. It's the only ult right now for the side of Strat Pack. Well, they do have a support ult on Missy for Armed and Healing, and the fight is already on. The Soul Bond used to take some of this damage early, and it's already on to the point. It looks like Missy wants to use this ult soon and be proactive with it, and will do just that. They're on to the point. Ult going back and forth. A Mantis to come in to touch. And this is just chaotic right now. No one really getting a real edge just yet. But as I say that, here comes DJ with the ult dueling with Jahesh. And Cece will actually be the one to drop him down. DJ, so much value, gets 3 with the Star-Lord ult. And once again, this point, will go in favor of Strat Pack.
Honestly, every time I think Armed and Healing have a leg in, have a foot through the door, it just comes out with, Strat Pack just pulls another strat out of their pack and finishes the entire team off, right? With a beautifully timed ultimate or beautiful high ground positioning. They want to be able to take the fight and push Armed and Healing out and be able to burn through as many utilities as possible, even before they get to the site.
I see what you did there with Strat Pack. I like it. Well,
Hey,
CC
what's
will
up?
fall. The res is online, so can get back in the fight, but the Groot will fall. CC will res themselves, but right now, man advantage going in favor of Armed and Healing, and they are going to cap that point. Looks like you still have CC here. That will be the last Strat to drop. K has to fall back with the ability to res. Will die, but again, can res that one away. It's a good take by Armed and Healing. Right back, only a 32% point built up for Strat Pack.
I feel like Jahesh's win con is specifically targeted towards DJ. If you can try and figure out how to get DJ out, and exactly as I call it, DJ being an absolute nuisance in the back line, at the sidelines, taking out one of your DPS immediately.
Yeah, and they have no res for this either, which the side of Strat Pack, they do have that res going. They are going to Mantis ult to keep everyone up here, keep it healthy, but that Groot ult could be ripped immediately after this. So here comes the Luna. Damage boost potential. Look out for this. They got a Moon Knight to make it happen as well. Huge damage. Vanster with 2. Maple Zebra and CC will clean up the others, and it's just Moon and Missy left, and they have to fall all the way back. Point will go back in favor of Strat Pack.
Okay, saving grace is that at least they're not being staggered. Okay, yeah, we'll be able to get out with their lives, and so Armed and Healing actually tied up pretty well, 40% each at the moment. Still has a lot of time to be able to come back and figure out how to get more percentages onto this line.
Well, here comes the dueling Star-Lord ult, and DJ doing all that he can, about to get another triple if they can just find the cloak and dagger. Will use the pistols here, going back and forth, and they will get all the picks that they need. Jahesh gonna have to fall back already to 70% for the side of Strat Pack. The silver lining, they do still have the Groot and Moon Knight combo if they choose to do it, but DJ making this so hard, and there you go, that's what you needed. But there comes the Mantis ult, and that will cancel out the Groot. They try and go back in with this Moon Knight ult, but it's too late, and the picks just go in favor. Maple Zebra gets 2, DJ gets Noon as well. Blink and you miss it. All the ults that they had to really win a fight are gone, Multi.
And they're trying to switch over to Venom, maybe a bit of a dive comp to distract away from this. DJ doing their utmost best to hold it. They touch.
That Cloak and Dagger ult will get the touch. It's going to be a dive in for Chidori. Trying to do all that they can. The Born Again, so even if they die on point, they're rezzed right back up. This is looking pretty much like it might be done and dusted. Another Groot ult maybe to close it out. The combo with Vanster, and just a couple of players left on the point. Chidori trying to stall for as long as they can, but he is the final one. That will do it. It is a quick 2-0 fashion. A quick second map. First map was insanely close. This one, not as much. Strat Pack will come out on top, taking Midtown and then Hell's Heaven.
Beautifully done. On to the Hydra base we go, and Strat Pack are victorious. They remain in the running for this tournament. And Ardent Healing, you know, they've done so much in the last few days, in the last couple of weeks to be able to keep their team alive. But alas, they've met their final demise here. You see the MVP going to rightfully DJ, 38 kills to their name. It's just hugely supported by their 3 strategists with like insane numbers of assists. You see K, 34, Heart Out, 25. It's just insane numbers to be able to support the rest of their team for this. So very well deserving win for the Strat Pack. We've seen a lot of great combinations, and the timings of the ultimates could not be timed any better.